Across the country, chants are compelling the powerful to change.
We are reevaluating, we are reassessing every single thing that we do.
Some police departments already shifting policy, but policymakers and protesters want far more. In Los Angeles,
we will not be increasing our police budget. How can we at this moment?
Mayor Eric Garcetti is cutting more than $100 million from the police department's budget, reinvesting in resources for communities of color. And in New York, Mayor Bill de Blasio wants to take some money out of the NYPD's budget.
We will be moving funding from the NYPD to youth initiatives and social services.
But he didn't detail how much. Activists want to see $1 billion slashed. In Milwaukee, the police department's already took about a $1.5 million hit this year. 0.5% of its total budget, and activists want much more.
We want to divest at least 10% from that because we know that can be invested into community initiatives that are led by Black and brown young people.
It's not to take away all their resources, but rather push departments to focus on the crimes and duties for which they are actually supposed to be focusing on serious and violent crime, not just on enforcing it once it happens, but also on preventing it in the first place.
The changes are about more than budgets.
In this city, you have a duty to intervene.
Houston's mayor announcing a host of reforms at George Floyd's funeral Tuesday, including a ban on chokeholds.
We honor him today because when he took his last breath, the rest of us will now be able to breathe.
In Denver, the police department just banned chokeholds, expanded body cameras to SWAT teams, and now requires reporting any time an officer points their gun.
If future policy enhancements, future training enhancements need to take place, that we will do that, and we'll do that in partnership with the community.
But again, protesters want more.
Well, we're proponents of abolishing the police and reimagining the police, so it's not enough.
Denver City Council wants an investigation into the department's use of force, and Colorado lawmakers at the Capitol are considering a bill that would make sweeping changes across the state.
If a law enforcement officer acts criminally, they should be held to criminal standards.
On the national stage, Democrats in Congress unveiled the Justice in Policing Act to make it easier to prosecute officers who wrongly kill, and qualified immunity for officers, and clear the way for state and federal investigations.
True justice can only be achieved with full, comprehensive action. That's what we are doing today.
And while local budgets are already shrinking, the act of defunding the police is still just getting set dressings on the stage of national politics.
I don't support defunding the police.
We need to reimagine how we are achieving public safety in America.
National policymakers can really sway the public in helpful ways to even pay attention to what's going on in local government. Really, local funding is going to be what's most important.
Meaning these local protests are the ones driving change.
These protests are making a huge difference. None of this would happen without hearing from protesters.
James Packard, Newsy, Chicago.